Here's tower screenshots. Here's towers that I screenshotted. This right here is the closest cell tower to my house. See, it's a monopole. You may think it's beaconless, but as you see, there's markers. I thought this tower had double duals, but it actually has an F8306. The beacon was confusing on this tower. Found out that it has a 306 yesterday. This tower right here is the WHIQ TV guide tower on the Montesano. It's a really small TV tower. I think the markers are like right there. And its beacon, which is on the antenna, is a F8324 dual strobe. This right here is a red and white guide cell tower. That's in the Montesano antenna farm. Yeah, this tower is also in the Montesano antenna farm. You see the street view is 6 years ago. This tower, back in 2013 street view, this tower didn't have cell antennas. It was just used as a radio tower. It has a modern incandescent that in its later years and present day, its modern incandescent's unfortunately been shut off. And when its modern incandescent still worked, I couldn't see any markers. I have a feeling that this tower will be taken down soon. Well, I really hope not. This tower right here is the WH&T News 19 tower, located in downtown Huntsville. There's 2 microwave dishes on it and some radio antennas. It's beaconless, unfortunately. This tower right here is located near Low Mill. I don't know the use of this tower. I don't see any antennas on it. It used to have an FH308. According to 2013 Street View, or probably 2015, it now has this white-only FTS 370. The only thing it has is the beacon and the whitening rod. This tower might get taken down soon. Okay, the Saturn V Rocket. I consider this to be a tower since it actually has 2 sets of beacons. They're F8306s. These beacons used to go on backup night mode until like a few months ago when I found out that the beacons were now normal. So, okay, this is mysterious monopole that's next to the Interstate 72, Highway 72, yeah, the US 72. This is what it looked like 2 years ago. Cell antennas look very weird. And here's it 3 months ago. You see the top, and you see it got two new sets of normal cell antennas. There's still 2 sets of those odd cell antennas. This monopole right here is located in Madison near the Chevron gas station. It's markerless, unfortunately, but however, it does have 2 F8324s on top. And the reason why this tower is so small while it has beacons, because it's just near the Huntsville International Airport, so yeah. This tower right here is located in Decatur. It's a 4-legged tower. It looks like a marker. However, the beacon on this tower only shines white, so I don't know what's that. This probably used to be red and white and had an incandescent. You see microwave dishes and cell antennas, more antennas. And the beacon on there is either an FH308 or a KG225. I can't tell if it's a single strobe, a normal size single strobe, or it's a cone strobe. I don't know. See, this is next to the Decatur train yard. Across the yard, across the tracks from the previous one, we got this tower right here. This looks like it was built in the World War II era, so that would be like the 20s or the 30s. It has an old school incandescent with 2 sets of markers. It's used as an antenna tower. This tower right here, red and white guide tower indicator. This is an accomplishment tower. It used to have a modern incandescent and an F8308. But when I filmed this tower in November, it now has a modern LED, an ITL LED. I think there are several variations of the modern LED. So yeah, this is a cell tower and a microwave tower. Never seen it on night mode. This tower right here is located next to the cemetery in Athens, Alabama. And this is also a Lowe's tower. It has an FH324, 3 sets of antennas, or platforms, whatever you want to call them. And see a microwave dish. There's also this beaconless antenna tower here. It's got these 2 towers here. This is a tower trio, but it only shows 2 of the towers. These are in Athens, Alabama. This tower here has 2 sets of modern LEDs with working markers. Isn't that rare? I think it is. And this tower has an FH308. The tower of the trio that's not shown here is exactly like this one. So that 308 is a lot dimmer. Or also this is one that has a very dim 308 and the other has the normal 308. This tower is also in Athens. I think it's a cell and antenna and radio tower. It has an FH324, might be a 3000B, I don't know. It has some dual strobe. Or it might have a 306. This tower duo is in Tanner, Alabama, next to the interstate intersection, whatever you call it. And this tower right here is beaconless, and this other one has an FH320. I mean, what a weird set of cell antennas there. This tower used to look much cooler, by the way. This tower right here is near Birmingham, Alabama. It has a white-only FTS 370. It's a cell tower and a microwave tower. I'm betting this tower used to have an FH308. This is the Birmingham antenna farm. These 2 towers, this is a red and white mast tower. It has old school incandescents. This is the Birmingham candelabra. It has your average FH307s and FDB205s with an FH324 on one of the antennas. You get the tallest antenna, that one. It is a small red and white guide cell tower. It's sadly beaconless. This is AT&T long lines tower right here. It has 2 sets of FH324s. And this is a rare tower since long lines towers with more than 1 beacons are rare. This tower used to be red and white until like the late 2010s when it was painted gray. And this right here is like a microwave tower. It also used to be a long lines tower. I think they're the same thing. I think long lines towers. I think it's just that the big old T wanted to call them microwave towers. I think he said that long lines towers sound too silly. So, yeah, I can't explain. So, this tower here, A.J. Jackson said that it has an old school incandescent, but the last time I remember seeing this tower at night, like, I wasn't recording towers back then, but I still had my channel. I don't remember seeing it with an incandescent flash. I think it has an LED now. And 2 TV tower masts in Birmingham. These are near the antenna farm, but they're not quite in the farm. Still kind of apart. So, these have a mysterious beacon setup. They have FDB 205s and old school incandescents. This is weird. These towers look newer than the old school incandescent age. So I think these towers used to be red and white, but then they were painted gray and box strobes were added to them. Interesting. But what would the top beacon be then? Does have an old school incandescent up there? Or just, I don't know. Like on the top of the antenna. I don't know if this is the both towers. I don't know if one of them actually has box strobes and red strobes. This monopole right here, it's a Walmart tower. It's in Birmingham, Alabama. It's 4 months ago. It used to have a TWR dual strobe. But it now has an FTS 370. It's an unfortunate beacon fate. And I think it's I think the markers are there. There's this long lines tower in Montgomery, Alabama. It has I think that's a KG225 on it. And next is the Montgomery Tower trio. That tower right there has a 3000B. This one right here, I think it has an LED. I think it used to have a single strobe. And this one right here, I think it also has an LED. It might be beaconless. Now, out of state towers. Starting off with the Lowe's Towers in Brawler, Missouri. This right here, this is the Big LT's second favorite tower. He considers this the second Lowe's Tower, and this is the first Lowe's Tower. DC towers, yeah, you'll know the information, but I don't care. I'm just gonna explain. So this tower was constructed in 1999. It used to have 3 radio antennas on top, but those were removed in 2016. This is now just a cell tower. I'm betting if the original beacon was an FH306. In the late 2000s, it got an FH324, and that thing had a late night mode. But in like October of 2021, it was probably November, this tower, stupid FAA, ruined this tower by replacing its FH324 with a dumb old FTS 370. Thankfully, it still has study side markers. In the first Lowe's Tower, it was constructed in 1990. I'll guess that its original beacon was a FH301. See, it's a cell tower, a microwave tower. He used to have a set of cell antennas at the very top where the beacon is. Not talking about those, but there used to be a set of cell antennas on the very top. However, it appears that in the early 2000s, the FH301 was replaced by an FH308. The 308 had a quick flash night mode. However, in 2014, the FH308 was replaced by a white-only FTS 370, and the top set of cell antennas were removed. There used to be a third Lowe's Tower. Not talking about that one there. That's abandoned. I don't know if it actually has a real beacon or not. There used to be a third Lowe's Tower here. It was a monopole with 3 sets of cell antennas. It was beaconless. We already said that. It was unfortunately taken down in January of 2017. I think there's actually street view of it being taken down. How sad. Next is the Rolla Highway Patrol Tower. This tower was constructed in 2011, replacing the old Highway Patrol Tower. The old one was a 4-legged round white tower with an old school incandescent and 2 sets of markers. But no, this tower did not replace the old one. I think this is supposed to be a backup tower. It was constructed in 2011. But the old tower, it was blown over in 2014, the top half. And the rest And the bottom half, the rest of it was taken down later. Unfortunate. But this tower right here has an FD3000B with one set of markers. This is actually a high pie rod, half lattice tower, so that's kind of cool. 3 months ago. The Walmart Tower in Rolla, Missouri. This is Big LT's favorite tower. It was constructed in 2002. It used to have a F8309, but in 2016 it was replaced by a mysterious night-mode-only LED. I believe it's made by Orga. Its night mode is even longer than its flash technology dual strobe. In the tower gone for a cell antenna modification in late 2021. It used to look different. 18 months ago. Okay, time for part 2.